The women, Ann Ashworth, 6 hours, 10 minutes. That's quite a good time for her as well as she comes in here at the moment. And we'll see what her eventual winning time will be. It will be just over 6 hours and 10 minutes. In fact, 6 hours, 10 minutes and 3 seconds. That is an amazing time on this course for Ann Ashworth.
So on the 10th of June, Advocates and Athletics team founder Ann Ashworth realised a lifelong dream of winning the Comrades Marathon. She finished 5.5 minutes ahead of second place Gerda Steyn in 6 hours, 10 minutes and 4 seconds. She joins us to speak about that win and what's been happening since. A very good morning and welcome to Morning Live.
Thanks so much for having me.
Okay, let's go back to that because I think life changed quite a bit after that Comrades win.
Yeah, people actually say to me that my life from this point on is going to be referred to as before and after Comrades. I don't feel any different as a person, but certainly I feel like people have started to treat me differently, which is weird, and yeah, it just has been interesting, but I don't think that you ever come down from that kind of high, which has been amazing.
Why was it a lifelong dream for you?
You know, I think growing up in South Africa, so many road runners really just aspire to taking part in Comrades, and I think really the ultimate dream is to get a Comrades gold medal. I think that really is one of the highest aspirations for any road runner, and then to be able to cross the line first, I mean, it was not something that I'd actually ever thought about, but to do it has just been really the best thing that could happen to me.
What was it like to have Bruce Fordyce seconding you? I mean, he said that being able to second you was one of his top 3 highlights. A man that won the race so many times.
No, I mean, sure. I'm not sure he's really telling the truth there, but yeah, you know, Bruce and I have been friends for many years, back since 2008. And he really just motivated and inspired me to really take my running more seriously. He gave me advice on race day, ahead of race day, and really has just been a huge mentor to me, and it was such a blessing to have him there.
How did you manage to train as an advocate and the amount of time that you need to be able to train for a race like this and run it as an elite?
Well, when you are working full-time in a corporate environment, so previously I was an attorney, you obviously then have more fixed work hours. So, for example, working from 8 to 8. And I knew that wasn't going to work for me. So then what I did was converted to becoming an advocate, which gives me some more flexibility in my training. I can start work at 10 o'clock and finish work at 4 o'clock as long as I get the work done in the evenings or beforehand. And that certainly has helped me to be more flexible with my training. But ultimately, the 8 weeks before Comrades, I didn't work at all. I basically didn't work from 2 Oceans to race day. And, you know, the upside is I had lots of time to train and I could focus on my running. The downside is you don't earn a salary during that time. But, you know, that was a sacrifice I was prepared to make.
And also, you won the race as being the founder and the manager of an all-women's elite road running team in the Mass Smart Ladies team. But actually managing and founding running clubs is not something that's unusual to you. I believe you and your husband actually were behind Born to Run.
Yeah, David and I started Born to Run in 2013, and we assisted with managing and running that club for 4 years. The idea being that it was supposed to bridge the gap between a typically social running club and an elite club. So it was for your above average club runners, you know, who hoped to really just improve their running. But over time that vision really changed and we became all encompassing and became a social and an elite club. But just became a bit too much for me to handle. And also after seeing the South African men's team at Worlds, 100K Worlds in 2016, I was inspired to create a women's only ultra distance team, and was very fortunate to be able to pick up sponsorship from Massmart, who's been an exceptional sponsor. And yeah, we're just forging ahead with the vision of creating a really top-notch ladies elite ultra distance team.
So the seed was born by looking at the World 100 Kilometer Championships.
Yeah.
And then we get an invitation from Athletics South Africa that you're going to head the team to the 100 Kilometer Championships as the Comrades winner this year, and you decline the invite.
Yeah, it's a complicated story, and it has many years of background. But basically, I just felt that a stand needed to be taken against what I perceived to be mismanagement of road running by ASA. And it's all very well for ASA to select a team based on Comrades results, but that's actually a really poor method of selection, bearing in mind that we now have 7 weeks to World 100K Champs. How is a team of athletes supposed to be ready for World 100K Champs in 7 weeks when we've just raced our socks off at Comrades? And that sort of lack of vision and foresight it's an ongoing theme within ASA, because they also don't have the vision and foresight to truly invest in the development of the sport. And that really is my primary objection, is that ASA does nothing to promote and develop runners within ultra-distance road running. And I think that's incredibly short-sighted, as was their selection of the World 100K team. And, sure, I could go and run 100Ks and I could run a pretty average race, but what's the point? Why would I want to go and do anything less than my best for my country? I wouldn't want to. And why have I been placed in that situation? Because ASA is not doing its job. And somebody needs to stand up and say that, because the rot has to stop.
This was something that you actually were outspoken about on social media, and that's how the story got picked up by a number of media houses. Following that, I see you actually put out a tweet saying the response from your fellow athletes has been deafening, the silence has been deafening. What do you expect other runners to do?
If nobody's going to stand up and be counted, I really just sound like a troublemaker or a disgruntled athlete, and if that's what's going to happen, then that's what's going to happen. But from what I know, there are a lot of athletes dissatisfied with what's going on, but so few of them will stand up and actually say that. And we have a very rare opportunity to really take this stand, and elite athletes are best placed to make the stand. They are the greatest beneficiaries of support and sponsorship within the road running system. Why are they not standing up and saying that there's a problem? But there is a huge role to be played by running clubs generally. Running clubs are the backbone of ultra-distance running and road running in this country. And we need road running clubs to also stand up and be counted. Because without somebody standing up, without everybody standing together, we can't bring about change.
Lovely stuff, Anne. Thank you very much. Certainly 7 weeks when you're talking about ultra marathons and the distances that the athletes are running, that's certainly no walk in the park. It's not just a 21-kilometer championships. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best of luck. And thanks for taking the time out this morning.
Oh, thanks very much.
Ann Ashworth, the 2018 Comrades winner, winning the race this year by over 5.5 minutes. Certainly a fantastic performance on the 10th of June. Let's conclude our sports bulletin and focus on sports in this hour with